Hey, what's up, guys? Back again. All right, man. I've been gone a little while again. Yeah, I got things to do. I'm a regular guy. So I'll try and put out as much as I can. But you know, I will do more as more people make things. But that's on a side note. But today, I'm gonna go ahead and knock this review out because it got requested a little while ago. But I do know the guy who requested it has not seen it, so I'm not going to add any spoilers. As far as that goes too, I try not to add spoilers if I can help it, because if you want spoilers, I count that differently as a review versus a breakdown. You know what I mean? So if you want to review my definition of a review is you give a basic outline of what it's about and was it good or not. All that extra stuff, you know, what happened really, like in-depth focus on it with the characters and the development and all this other good stuff, that's a breakdown. If you want a breakdown of something, I got no problem doing that, but I'm not going to do it for a review. Like, I'm not going to get into it, directors, all that other extra goodies and sprinkles. No, I'm not going to do that. That's not a review. That is a breakdown. So if you want a breakdown, go ahead and ask for that. Not a problem. But for reviews, I try and give as little information as possible about what happens, because that's not what a review's for. So, on that note, we'll go ahead and start with Sword Art Online. Yeah, I got the request for that. Now, this one's Sword Art Online's a bit of a subject, and the reason I say that is because you got two different types of people who would or would not watch this show. You either got the people who love it, and you got the people who got all these ifs, ands, and buts about it. Like, people like it for this and people don't like it for that. But most of the time, what I've seen is people either like it or they don't. It's a real ballpark, Now, me, on the other hand, I'm not on the fence. I love this show. This is one of my favorite shows. And that's just that. You can tell right here. Look at this. I got Sword Art figures all day. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I love Sword Art Online, and that's just me. But I will give both sides of the coin, because I like to give it both ways. I'll give you my personal opinion, which is what I'm giving, and then I will give you who wouldn't or who may not like it. Now, to start off, Sword Art Online is, it's pretty simple. It has a storyline, which makes it simple. The main objective of the anime is for them to get out of the game alive. Now, the premise is all these people got a game called Sword Art Online, and they go into the game. It's virtual reality, obviously, full dive to where you're like unconscious in the real world and you wake up in the game, which is awesome. Man, if they ever created that, which they won't, but whatever. Because, yeah, so they wake up in the game, and as they're playing, they find out that they are now trapped there, and if they die in the game, they die in real life. Now, most people would just assume that's kind of a rip-offy version of Dot Hack, Which, sure, it could be. But, hell, I still enjoy it. I enjoy Dot Hack as well. But, yes, so they die in the game, they die in real life, and the objective of the anime is for them to get out alive, obviously. That's the story, them to get out alive. Now, obviously, there are other things sprinkled on top. Romance, side missions, all that good stuff. Now, what I like about it, and I will emphasize this, is it has a good amount of romance. It does focus on romance quite heavily versus the main story, but they don't go away from the main story. That's what I like, because if you notice, if you are a romance fan, which I am, and if you're a true romance fan, you know that most romances don't have storylines. If they are a true romance anime, just to name a few, Itazura no Kiss, let's see, Lovely Complex, Kimi ni Todoke, none of those have storylines. They're just about romance, straight up. That is what they focus on, and there is nothing as a base story. It is just a sub things thrown in. It is mainly romance. This has a story, and there are other ones. I'll think about them later, but this has the main base story, which goes for the whole length of the show of we got to get out of this game. But they add a great amount of romance for the main characters as they did, I think it was awesome because they never shied away from the main story or did this extra stuff. I mean, they do extras, but they don't ever stop doing the main thing. I mean, that's their objective, to get out, but they add a lot in there. And that's what I like about it, because you can't find too many romance animes with an actual story that sticks. If they do have a story, then it just kind of blows off into the wind and they go completely out of there and just focus totally on the romance and let it go. Now, that's not to say all do that. No, that's not true. But most of them do, if they're really for romance, if that's what you're watching it for. But this one does stick to the story, and that's what I like about it. And, this is where people sometimes are on the fence about this. The main character, Kirito, okay, yeah, he's a powerhouse. Obviously, people, as far as I've known, people don't like that. And people don't like that he is just like this God mode beast dude. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm like, hell yeah, why not? Just because he's, what are you, mad because he's awesome at games? Hey, whatever, man. But hey, yeah, he is. So that's whatever. He's a powerhouse and he kicks ass, and people don't like that he just seems to be on a God mode level. And I'm like, whatever. And then people don't like the fact that they didn't really offer too much on other characters besides Kirito and Asuna. Like, yeah, sure, they had independent episodes for other people, such as side characters and other things to just introduce them, but they never really focused on them. And I think that's what people didn't like, was they kind of rushed the adventure part of it. But that's, you know what, I'm okay with that, because I think the fact that they stuck with the main characters is okay, because technically, sure, it's a harem anime, if you want to call it. I mean, yeah, lightly, sure. Yeah, I guess we can give it that, but not really. No, just because, like, if for a harem, they have to be on this dude, and obviously on it. But no, once him and Asuna get together, shit calms down with the other girls. This is not really, but people don't like that about it, and that's them. Cool. You don't like it, you don't like it. But me, I love it, man. I did watch it in English first. And the only reason I did that is because I was actually late to the game to watch this thing when it came out a while back. I was late, but when I watched it, the only reason I watched it in English is because apparently where I went to watch it, I didn't type specifics because I assumed it would pull up what it needed to pull up. I pulled it up, it came up in English. And then I found out my man Bryce Papenbrook does Kirito all day, man. I love that guy. That guy's awesome. I love his voice acting. So yeah, I stuck with it, and I dig it in English. I think it's awesome in English, and I won't watch it in Japanese anymore. So I have seen it both, but I prefer English all day, every day. I will watch Sword Art Online in English. I do own it. I will watch it again and again, and I'll do season 2 in a separate one. But yes, I think as far as me, I'm giving it a win. I give it a recommend all day. I will never not recommend this anime. That's my personal opinion. Now, obviously, you won't like it. You'll be one of the people that won't like it if you don't like those things. Powerhouse characters, a kind of rushed story in a sense, because, I mean, it's short. It's 20-something episodes, I think. I can't even really remember. But, yes, it's like 12 and 12, because there's like 2 parts to the first season. There's the Aincrad part, and then there's the Elf part, the Alfheim Online part. And they just switch, and then that's that. But it was kind of rushed, but I don't mind that because of what they packed into it, and they didn't rush what was packed into it. They rushed the main story focus line, not the side things. They rushed the main thing, but that's okay with me. All day I'll watch this. I love the characters. I love the development. I mean, the development, there's not much room for development with Kirito except emotionally, but physically, powerly, no, he's pretty much just there already, awesome, which is okay. But the only real development was the romance part, really, if you think about it. There's not really other character development, because once the Aincrad section is over, that's pretty much what the second part of the first season is about, is the romance and them. I don't want to give you away what they're doing, but yeah. It focuses on romance and him trying to accomplish a goal again, but it's not the same as the first part of the first season. So I give it a win all day, and there's no way I would ever not recommend this anime. I love it, man. It's one of my top 5s, but that's just me. If you disagree, that's absolutely okay, because it's not for everyone. And like I said, you won't like it for those simple facts. I think the art's great. I think the character's great. I think the voice acting's great. The colors are nice. I think the music was on point. God, I love that intro, man. And the closing was good too. But yeah, all day. This is a recommend for me to you. Yes, watch it and enjoy it. And go ahead and watch the second season. I have not watched the second season in English though, which is weird, because I did watch it in Japanese first, because I watched it as it was coming out, you know, the week to week. That's when I watched it. So I will review the second season, but first season, watched it in English first. Haven't watched it in Japanese. Don't care to. But you can watch it either one, whatever you prefer. I just really like Bryce Papenbrook. That's my boy. So I stick with it all day in English. But yes, definite win. On a side note with that, I did get one of these in right here. So I will definitely do an unboxing of this. It's for the Sword Art, obviously. This is from the this is from the second season, obviously, because she's blue, Undine. But yeah, I will give an unboxing of this in the next video, and I have a few of them actually. So I might go ahead and give one away in the giveaway. So look forward to that. But yeah, I will unbox this in the next video. So look forward to that, and then yeah, so definitely go ahead and watch this if you haven't seen it already. Let me know if you did like it. If you didn't like it, let me know what you didn't like about it. That way I can add more into the next video to see if it compares with the first season, the second season review, to see if, because I'll rewatch it based on everybody's opinions, and I'll say, oh, okay, yeah, that did happen, and that I can see that. But me watching it myself, I really enjoyed it. I really love it. So that's a win. But on a side note, again, the giveaway will probably be in a week or two. I'm waiting for one more item, and then I'm going to go ahead and start the giveaway time frame, which is a week, and then I'll give it out. But other than that, I'm going to do the unboxing video next, and then I'm going to go ahead and knock that Tokyo Ghoul review out. So look forward to that, and then, yeah, we'll go from there. So, everybody, have a good day, and I'm Anime Sauce, and I'm out.